you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Rebels will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Alabama's offense will have first crack at this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
They'll give it to him again, fighting off the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. It's complete to the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Looking to throw, it's Blunt. They're working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Rebels offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On the move, it's Lindsey. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Caught close to the marker, it's Lindsey. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls in.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the lone running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Blunt. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hauls it in. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
Second down coming up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Looking downfield, it's Blunt. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. So go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. And you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Brings up second down.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Yeah, big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're
got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Catch and run for 6.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. To the air, it's Blunt. Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the ground with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
He's got it. Touchdown Tide. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had this.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 35. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. They're going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got Zippo Zilch on the last play. Now it's third and goal from the 1. Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Blunt. Makes the grab. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up first and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He's loose. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Off play action. Shoots it to the left. Got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. It's Blunt. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more after.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Pocket breaking down. He caught him. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. This will likely be the last play of the half. He wants to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
And man coverage, where they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
The Rebels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The give to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to throw, it's Blunt. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
This team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force the negative.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Turning it on. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football. And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. It's done to work itself with the pick 6.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Illinois has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this.
Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Blunt. Steps away to find some room. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Leaves it with the running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Makes the catch. It's McCaffrey. There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. power football with the run. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Blunt. Got the quick pass. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Firing to the right. Complete. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
They're going back to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Smith. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's complete on the right side. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage. Touchdown, Bama! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Fires toward the target. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Quick strike complete. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back on the option to give. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Lost to fire on 2nd down. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football, and you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football. Offense able to knock it loose.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Quick completion on the out route. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll knock him down. Of a couple.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Trying play action. Zings it complete to the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. With the catch, it's Adams. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Under fire. Finds him out of the backfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
And it's incomplete on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that
he's going to let one fly down the middle? Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central.
And into the end zone. Touchdown time. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Dalton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Right on the money. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. 1st down and more. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.